Clicker training is an incredibly powerful way of communicating with your dog, and it's building a training relationship, which is what you want. So this is the clicker, tiny little plastic box, little button on the top, makes a clicking noise. It doesn't have to be this exact clicker. These are iClicks from Karen Pryor. They can be any number of different things. For dogs that are very shy, you can even use a pen top. It's just a mechanical noise that's separate from all the other noise that happens in dog training. We're humans, we talk, we like to chatter at our dogs. This little click noise cuts through all of that, marks the behavior that your dog is offering the exact second that they offer it, which allows you to reinforce and build behaviors very quickly and easily. Training with food has gotten a bad name because a lot of the misconceptions about working with food. So if you bribe your dog, you show them the cookie and then you ask them to sit, your dog's not going to be able to do the behavior without the bribe in front of them. When you're working with a clicker, you can do it one of three ways. One of the most effective ways to teach a behavior to your dog with a clicker is through shaping. And what shaping means is taking a big picture behavior, like your dog lying down on a mat and staying there, and breaking it up into smaller pieces. So when you start, you're going to split that behavior up. The smallest piece of the behavior might be your dog just looking at the mat. You're going to click for that, pay your dog on the mat, and that's what we call placement of reinforcer. Where you're rewarding your dog will build behavior. Gradually, instead of just looking at the mat, you'll be able to reward your dog for stepping on it with one paw, then two paws, then three paws, then four paws. Once they're happily going on and off the mat with four paws, you can start shaping them towards the eventual final behavior that you're looking for, which is lying down. Capturing is when you click and mark your dog for a behavior that they offer spontaneously. So something like a sneeze or a bow or a yawn, something that would be difficult for you to split into smaller pieces or to lure or prompt your dog to offer. It's not used as often as shaping, simply because most trainers don't have the patience to wait to capture a behavior, and it limits the number of behaviors that you can actually teach. Luring is a misunderstood aspect of clicker training. There are some clicker trainers who will not lure because they want the dogs to offer 100% of the behaviors freely on their own. If you do offer a lure to your dog to teach a behavior, you want to make sure that you get the lure out as soon as you can. So when you're teaching a sit, you might start with a piece of food in your hand, lifting it towards your dog's nose to encourage them into a sit position, clicking and marking when their bum sinks towards the ground. But you want to get the food out of your hand as soon as possible so that the dog's doing the behavior on a hand signal rather than on a lure all of the time. Which method you choose between luring, shaping, and capturing depends on the dog that you're working with as well as on the behavior that you're trying to capture. It's not that one method is any better or any more effective than the other. It depends on what it is that you're working towards and what your training goal is for that particular session.